Welcome to Destiny Ranch. We're in the bright spots of St. Louis, Oklahoma. We call it Destiny Ranch because it was always our destiny to come back to the ranch. My name is William Payne, and this is my wife, Karen Payne. We are the owners, operators, and workers of this ranch. Agriculture for us is just a way of life that we like. It's peaceful. The cows won't argue with you too much as other things. Kids would argue with you, but the cows wouldn't. But we just like agriculture.
When you can get up every morning and you walk out your back door, your front door, and you say, thank you, God, for this beautiful day and this beautiful land.
Yeah.
You can't get any better than this.
We're 100% cattle producers. We eat, sleep, and drink our grasses, and it's all about the grasses and producing beef with the cattle.
We are actually grass farmers.
Yeah, we are grass farmers at heart. Yeah, and it's our grasses that makes everything work. Without the grasses, we can't have the cattle. So we started in the Panhandle. It's a different life in the Panhandle. The Panhandle of Oklahoma is one of those places that's just bitter cold in the wintertime, super hot in the summertime. The winds can blow 40 miles an hour from the north, and then within 2 hours they can be blowing from the south. We got to see firsthand what a drought looks like when we watched them big black clouds blow in and it'd get dark and we had to protect the kids so they could breathe. It wasn't a fun time, but outside with our hogs and our cattle, we went through devastation. I mean, cattle just dropped dead from not being able to breathe. We didn't know as kids growing up, why did all of our families always tell the kids, you gotta leave, you can't stay here. But after we got back in the 70s, we discovered at that point why they didn't want the kids back home. It was too hard. It was tough.
I think that experience and us going back and living through it again in a mild way in the 70s, I think we both realized that it could happen any time if you don't take care of the land. And our land is our livelihood. And so our goal and our plan was to make the grass grow. We are grass farmers.
We started from scratch here with a piece of ground in St. Louis, Oklahoma. A piece of ground that everybody said that we shouldn't buy, but we bought it because the price was right, and we decided, well, we'll buy it and we'll make it work. It was so overly grazed and so tree infested with vines and shrubs and undesirable plants that nobody could even tell us what it might produce. When we was told we wouldn't know what species would be growing until we let it rest for a year. That means we wasn't going to run cattle for a year. And that was probably one of the first big eye openers we had, but it was one of the best recommendations that we probably ever received from anybody, and it came from the Noble Research Institute, Mr. Hugh Algio.
We knew we had a lot of work in front of us. But then in 2007, and when the spring rain started, and by June we had 70-something inches of rain, and we were getting every vehicle we had stuck, and including our 100-horsepower tractor. We didn't know what we were going to do. I don't know how many times Bill and I would look each other and, do we need to find a buyer? How can we do this? What do we do? And every day we just kept keeping on.
We all understand how hard it really is, and there is some very good times. And even on the darkest of the times, when you're stuck in the mud and you're a mile and a half from the house, and you're saying some unpleasant words, and you're walking back and you're trying to find somebody, and then you get to the porch, get a glass of water, sit down, take a deep breath, and look out there and say, yeah, well, I guess I'll figure out how to get back out there to get that tractor. It's just one of them deals. You just shake it off and pick up your boots and just go again, yeah? But the things that we've learned in this part of the country, and we look around at our neighbors and folks that's been in it a lot longer than we have down here, second and third generation farms, and I'm saying, we have all this information, why don't we use it? Why isn't anybody trying this? Why haven't they just thought about doing it on a small scale? And so many times they've heard it for all their lives, well, that's how my dad did it, so that's how we're always gonna do it. Yeah, and I'm saying, no, there's easier ways to do this. This is why, and here's the results. Yeah, and we try to use our place as that. Yeah, here's the results. Here's what it can be. Leonard Wyatt Award for us is we've watched these folks receive this award, and it's just the highest honor. And for us to be able to receive this award, to me, I look at it, it's being recognition from our peers. We're indebted and in gratitude to the Noble Research Institute, but it's just for us to receive the award, we're just beyond words of what it means to us to get selected to receive this award. It's just incredible. And for them to say, hey, these folks have really done something there and recognize us, we're just honored to be selected.
It's heartwarming. It's just that they think enough of us and the hard work that we do that they would select us.